Today we're going to talk about Double Arm Gan Sau. Hey, welcome to Practice Wing Chun, where we discuss Wing Chun and answer any training related questions. My name is Edgar, and this is episode 63 of Practice Wing Chun. And first off, I just want to thank everyone that's been commenting on the previous videos, and it's finally getting to a point where, we're having dialogue between one another, and that's just amazing. And on the YouTube side of things, we've hit about a little more than 200 subscribers and almost 3,000 likes on Facebook. And to you, this may sound like a small number, but to me, man, if we grab all of you guys from all around the world, we could pack an entire stadium. That's awesome, right? So anyway, today we're just gonna follow up the previous episode. We talked about Gan Sau, but for this episode, I wanted to talk about Double Arm Gan Sau. And this is in response to MJ Barry on YouTube, because for him, Gan Sau means, I guess for me, Double Arm Gan Sau. And also there is one more person, MR Cod 6661. He wants to talk more about the Wing Chun stance, and we'll cover that in the next episode, just because the Double Arm Gan Sau is kind of just, it just rolls off the previous episode. So we're just going to talk about double arm today and the Wing Chun stance Thursday. Alright, so let's get right into it. So essentially, Gan Sau is with mid block, right? So a double arm Gan Sau covers both the lower mid and the upper mid, to the point where it's like so. Now, the double arm Gan Sau is essentially a Gan Sau or the Tan Sau, and I always throw in a shift, just because that's where I use my redirection force from my shift, and I don't go hard at all. I just kind of just glide right into it. And the purpose for the double arm Gan Sau is essentially I feel like it's more of a full commitment, where you're committing two arms to defend against possibly just one strike, where you leave the other open. So I also don't use the double arm Gan Sau at all, except for in the forms. And if you're used to doing the double arm Gan Sau, you also see this later on being used in the butterfly sword form, which is something like that. But going back to the Gan Sau, the double arm Gan Sau, I feel like Gan Sau, I don't practice it enough. We use it in certain drills against, like, I guess roundhouse kicks or kicks in general, and we use it to kind of just like redirect the kicks. But I honestly don't feel like we do it enough that I'm comfortable using it. So that's the double arm Gan Sau. It's, once again, it's Gan Sau with a Tan Sau behind it, and I throw in a shift. That's how I do it. I noticed that for MJ Barry, he mentioned that he learned techniques that were named differently, but just from him explaining it, I was able to, okay, I got it, I know what technique you're talking about. So I guess in the future I may make like a codex of all the techniques that I know, so that I can refer to that video later on, so in case there are any misnaming identity, we can just refer to that video, and I'll be like, hey, double arm Gan Sau, this is how that looks. Gan Sau, this is how that looks, and so forth. So I don't know when I'll make that, but for sure next episode should be focused on the Wing Chun stance. But anyway, double arm Gan Sau, is this what you call it? Are you familiar with it? Are you also just using it in the form or in drills? Because I am not using it at all. So let me know, and leave a comment below. So until next time, keep training.